Welcome back to AR Mystery Hub, the place where we unravel the stories the world can't explain. From chilling disappearances to strange signals from the stars, America is a land filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Today, we're exploring 8 of the most baffling mysteries in U.S. history. Cases that have puzzled experts, sparked wild theories, and kept people awake at night for decades. Some are tragic, some are strange, and a few may just be beyond our understanding. So grab your flashlight, keep your eyes sharp, and be prepared for the unexpected. And before we dive into the shadows, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, so you never miss another journey into the unknown here on AR Mystery Hub. Let's begin our countdown and start with a chilling Christmas Eve mystery that still haunts a small town in West Virginia: the disappearance of the Sodder Children. On Christmas Eve, 1945, in the small town of Fayetteville, West Virginia, the Sodder family home went up in flames. George and Jenny Sodder, along with 9 of their 10 children, were asleep when the fire broke out. They managed to escape, but 5 of their children were trapped inside, or so everyone believed. The blaze consumed the house in less than an hour, but here's where things get strange. No remains were ever found. Not a single bone fragment, not even teeth. Fire experts said the blaze wasn't hot enough to completely cremate a body in such a short time. Witnesses came forward claiming they saw the missing children alive. Weeks, months, even years after the fire. One woman said she saw them watching a parade in another state. Another claimed they were living with strangers in Florida. The Sodders suspected foul play, possibly linked to threats George had received about his outspoken political views. They believed their children had been kidnapped and the fire was just a cover-up. To this day, no one knows whether the Sodder children died in that fire or lived out their lives somewhere far from home. 2. The mystery of the Max Headroom broadcast signal intrusion. On November 22, 1987, Chicago television viewers were watching their evening news when their screens suddenly flickered and changed. A person wearing a creepy Max Headroom mask, the fictional AI TV host from the 80s, appeared, speaking in garbled audio, moving in a jittery, unsettling way. Just as suddenly, the image vanished. But 2 hours later, it happened again. This time during a broadcast of the Doctor Who episode Horror of Fong Rock. For nearly 90 seconds, the figure in the mask ranted, waved a Pepsi can, and made bizarre comments before disappearing into static. The Federal Communications Commission launched an investigation, but they never caught the person or group responsible. Theories range from a disgruntled TV employee to a highly skilled hacker using advanced broadcast equipment. Even today, it's considered one of the boldest and weirdest unsolved broadcast intrusions in history. Whoever they were, they managed to hijack the airwaves of one of America's largest cities and vanish without a trace. 3. The Taos Hum. In the small town of Taos, New Mexico, residents have been haunted by a strange, low-frequency humming sound for decades. It's described as a constant droning, like a diesel engine idling in the distance. Some people hear it day and night, others hear nothing at all. Theories have ranged from underground military experiments to geological vibrations to secret communications systems. Scientists have tried to measure it, but the hum is elusive, sometimes present, sometimes gone. For those who hear it, the Taos Hum is more than an annoyance. It's maddening, even affecting their sleep and mental health. To this day, no official source has been confirmed, leaving it as one of the strangest environmental mysteries in the United States. 4. The disappearance of Amelia Earhart. In 1937, Amelia Earhart, the world's most famous female aviator, vanished over the Pacific Ocean while attempting to become the first woman to fly around the globe. She and her navigator, Fred Noonan, last made contact near Howland Island before disappearing without a trace. The U.S. government launched one of the largest search operations in history, but neither the plane nor the bodies were ever found. Some believe they crashed into the ocean and sank to unreachable depths. Others think they made it to a remote island and died as castaways. A controversial theory suggests they were captured by Japanese forces and died in captivity. even with modern technology. A 5. The lead masks case, U.S. connection. In 1966, 2 men were found dead on a hillside near Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. They were wearing strange lead-eye masks, often used to protect against radiation, and had no signs of struggle or injury. A notebook found at the scene contained cryptic instructions. Be at the specified location at 1630. Take capsules after the effect is protected. Await signal mask. The link to the U.S.? That same year, there were several UFO sightings reported in Florida and New Mexico, eerily similar in timing and description to ones in Brazil. Some researchers believe these events were connected, suggesting the men may have been part of a larger, possibly international, experiment or encounter. Elia Earhart's final fate remains one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. 6. The Oak Island Mystery, U.S. connection. Off the coast of Nova Scotia lies Oak Island, home to the infamous Money Pit, a shaft rumored to hold untold treasure. While the site is in Canada, historical documents discovered in U.S. archives suggest the treasure may have been hidden by American pirates or revolutionaries. For over 200 years, searchers have dug deep into the pit, finding strange artifacts like coconut, fiber, old coins, and wooden platforms buried at regular intervals. Each time they dig, they hit a flooding tunnel, as if the site was designed to protect whatever's buried there. Some believe it holds the lost treasure of Captain Kidd. Others think it hides historical documents, perhaps even connected to the founding of the United States. But so far, no definitive treasure has been found, only more mysteries. 7. The WOW signal. In August 1977, astronomer Jerry Emmon was scanning the skies with the Big Ear radio telescope in Ohio when he detected a strange 72-second signal coming from deep space. It was so unusual, he circled the data in red and wrote "Wow," giving it the famous name. The signal matched the profile of something not naturally occurring, and it came from the direction of the Sagittarius constellation. Despite repeated attempts, the signal has never been heard again. Some think it was a rare cosmic event. Others believe it could have been our first message from an alien civilization. 8. The mystery of the Pollock twins, American reincarnation case. In 1957, in Hexham, England, twin sisters Gillian and Jennifer Pollock became the subject of one of the most famous alleged reincarnation cases in history. But here's where it gets interesting. In the decades since, nearly identical cases have surfaced in the United States, baffling psychologists. One notable case comes from Virginia, where twin boys born in the late 1990s began speaking in detail about the lives of 2 brothers who had died years earlier in a car accident. In another state, to parents they had never met, the children identified places they had never visited, recognized objects that belonged to the deceased boys, and even recalled specific conversations. Medical experts couldn't explain it, and the families involved insisted there was no way the twins could have known these details. While skeptics argue these are examples of suggestive parenting or false memories, believe, see them as compelling evidence for reincarnation. Whether it's a shared human mystery or something deeply supernatural, the Pollock-style twin phenomenon continues to fascinate. And in these rare U.S. cases, it challenges everything we think we know about life, death, and memory. From strange hums in the desert to signals from the stars, the United States is filled with stories that defy explanation. Some of these mysteries may be solved one day, others might remain unanswered forever. Which of these stories kept you thinking long after you heard it? Let us know your theories in the comments. We read every single one. And if you love uncovering the strange and unexplained, make sure you subscribe to AR Mystery Hub and click that bell icon so you don't miss our next deep dive into the unknown. Until next time, keep searching, keep questioning, and remember, the truth might be closer than you think, but stranger than you can imagine.